Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? Low energy after lunch? Okay, no worries. Uh, I feel as if it's no less than a privilege to stand here and express my views about leadership. I think that my views may help you excel in life and adopting leadership in the future. So allow me to take all of you back in time, some 10 years back from today, and narrate an incident which shaped my understanding of leadership in grim times. Okay, the singing whistle. So imagine it is past midnight, 2 a.m. at night, somewhere in the Indian Ocean, winds gusting up to 30 knots, and rough seas. We receive a distress call from a vessel which is about to sink. What has happened is that vessel has got fire, and a lot of damage has been taken place in this vessel, and the fire was not under control, and because of that, a lot of water has been ingressed into the vessel. We could clearly see that the vessel has changed its shape on water from this to this. It was tilting, and we had precisely 25 minutes to act before we can save 21 lives on board. And these people included some key government officials from Government of India. Okay, we set our course to this vessel, and we have to quickly decide what needs to be done now. So I immediately divided different teams, who needs what. First team will be taking us closer to this vessel. Second team will rig up the rescue equipment. And third team will be communicating with the people on the distressed vessel, asking them, checking up with them, and the weather conditions. To my surprise, when we approached nearby to that vessel, we realized that this is not an ordinary escape. Imagine high seas, high waves, wind gusting up to almost 30 knots, rough seas was adding to our problems. Somehow, two of my sailors, they volunteered ahead, and I told them, okay, we have to go down first in the lower decks, extract everyone who might be there lying injured or unconscious, because this vessel is in this state from past 1 hour or so. So these brave men went inside in the lower decks, extracted everyone out there on their shoulders, put everyone on the upper deck. The second man positioned himself on the edge of two vessels, firmly holding the vessels and pulling everyone on the rescue boat. Just as we were about to finish the extraction process, the last person lost his footing because of rough seas. He lost his footing and slipped into the water. Before we could lose out his sight in that dark, black night, I had to jump in the water to bring him back on the rescue boat. So that day, 21 lives were saved, not because of a heroic act or one hero amongst us. It was a combined teamwork driven by a strong leadership. Everyone in the team knew what their job is, how they're going to execute it, and they trusted each other. And more than that, the leader who was guiding them was ready to own their actions. Whatever they do to execute the mission was his responsibility. Whether it was part of an agreed plan or not, that doesn't matter. So leadership in the grim situations looks like this. You are under tremendous pressure. You will be distracted by a lot of influential factors, but still you have to be focused on the mission and achieve the objectives. We are fortunate enough that we saved those lives and got a lot of thank you or thanks from them. If we move ahead, so this was the past thing, okay? So when I moved to the corporate world, I realized that leadership is changing. So as you can see, in the Navy, leadership was not just about issuing orders. If you're issuing an order, you are responsible towards it. You will be accountable, and it's about oneness. But if you fast forward this towards in corporate life, it is about accepting responsibilities of your team. The actions your team take, you as a leader is definitely responsible for that. You always have to own up those actions of your team. Again, in the Navy, when you take an leadership call, you have to keep your head when all others are losing theirs. Things like accountability, discipline have a non-negotiable nature. If you translate this to corporate, it again translates that if I decide to do something with my team, I always stand up by them. I always be responsible that what they do on ground, because it's me who told them to go ahead and do those things. Ultimately, I realized that trust factor is a very important aspect here, because we cannot expect that missions can be executed or we can achieve our business objectives without people trusting each other and ultimately trusting their leader. So when I tell you about the trust part, there is an incident which is in my memory, and I would like to narrate that thing here. Okay. So we always say trust is the bedrock or the main foundation of the leadership. To narrate this or to certify this to all of you people out here, one more incident I'll tell you. Imagine we were patrolling a confidential area somewhere in the Andamans. At that time, we had got a serious defect with our propellers, the ship's propellers, which the ultimate machinery which allows the ship to propel in the water. Without propellers, we were like sitting ducks. Anyone can come and hit us. Sitting ducks waiting for someone to bite. At that time, this problem was not that big, but then we came to know that the area where we are patrolling is heavily infested with the crocodiles. Now, the only solution to this problem is more than a technical expertise. Someone has to go down in the water and fix the propellers manually. Now, this task seemed unimaginable, and I couldn't tell any of my team members to do and take that risk. Until one of my sailors stood up and said, "Sir, I'll go down." He decided to jump in the water and fix the propellers. Maybe he trusted the whole team and leader enough so that we'll take care of him. But the problem with this situation was that when a person in your team takes an initiative like this, you are under tremendous pressure to ensure the safety of life of that person. I have to take that call because we need to be mobile once again and continue our mission. So we gather everyone. Everyone was made to stand on that ship, look out for the crocodile in the water. Diver jumped in the water. We had a backup diver standing, and I took up the position with a loaded rifle in my hand. If anyone tells me that a crocodile is approaching, or they feel like it is approaching, or I see a crocodile, I have no option but to shoot. So the diver who went down, he knew that I wouldn't let him down when he will go down, just as I knew that he will fix the machinery and we will be sailing once again. So here I want to emphasize that no mission can be executed, no task can be achieved if there is no trust between team members and with the leadership. That day, we didn't just repair a propeller at sea. We actually reinforced the fact that trust and leadership goes hand in hand, side by side. If you are a leader, it is your ultimate responsibility at all times to reinforce this trust every day by the actions you do, by attitude you have, and by unwavering commitment to the people you are leading. Okay, when we fast forward this to today, in today's digital age, the leadership is at a new level. It is no more about the decisions, but it is about the relationships. People we meet, relationship we are building, and ultimately trying to achieve our objectives is the main mission out here. When I transitioned to this corporate world, I realized that leadership is making a shift out from my previous days. I experienced challenges in leading in this environment because this environment was a highly tech savvy. It is driven by technology, modern day collaborative tools, data analytics, AI. This was not a part and parcel of my daily affair in Navy days. I had no option but to continuously learn and evolve because I didn't just want to be updated because I have to motivate my teams also. So I need to know all these things. So I had to learn on that aspects. Again, this shows that leadership of the past leadership is not same as the current leadership. The old values like accountability, integrity are timeless, but the current day needs like emotional intelligence, inclusivity, empathy, these are as important as your technical expertise. We have to watch for these things. So in all, if I try to put it in a summary way, the leadership for me has changed from command and control to inspire and empower. Earlier, it is like being in command, controlling a lot of aspects. Are doing their things, and you jump in. But in the corporate world, this happens like you have to really inspire and empower your people every day to achieve a lot of tasks. So leadership in the digital age is not about throwing up the past leadership. You actually have to build the current day leadership on the past foundations. They are the real bedrock. Current day organizations need leadership where you have new values which are really at the demand of time. For example, current day, your emotional intelligence, collaborations, your relationship building, these are the main aspects which people working under you look up to you as a leader. If you're not able to satisfy these needs, then you will not be called as a leader in the current technological savvy corporate world. One more thing, you can never expect your people, your team members, to do something which you don't want to do yourself. If you go back to the incident where 21 lives were saved, if you are not ready to go with the rescue boat to save the people, you have no right to tell people that go and save them. It doesn't go like that. You always have to be the part of team, not sitting under a cozy room and giving directions. That leadership style has gone long back. So people trust you because you are with them and executing actions which you really own and doing with them. So when I try to close this conversation here, I would like to leave all of you with a challenge here that how do you want to define leadership in your life? How do you want to take up the traditional values, blend them with transformation, and lead the future? Thank you very much.